What's up, guys? Delaet here, and today we're talking about friend zoning. So I'm out with my buddy tonight, and he's talking about this girl he's super into, and he wants to, like, you know, move things forward with her. And he's like, what do you think I should do, bro? And I'm like, all right, here's the deal. Have you made any moves yet at all? He's like, no, because I don't want to. Okay, that's the first mistake. Here's the deal with friend zone. Everybody's like, oh no, I hate getting friend zoned. All these people are just like, they don't want to. Bro. People treat you how you train them to treat you. That's it. That's the entire thing. Dating is a selection process. You know, you hear me talk about this shit all the time, where you go out on a date and you get to know somebody and see if they're worthwhile to take to the next level. That's the whole point of dating. So you don't know if she's cool until you actually date them, right? You have to go figure it out. That's the whole point of it. It's an evaluation thing. So you can't just sit around and be like, oh, I don't want to get friend zoned. I hope she loves me. And like, I hope, no. You're evaluating to see if they fit in your life. That's the whole point. The thing with friend zoning is if you act like a super friendly person that gives a lot of value, always available, etc., 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 and if you're not pushing to more intimate, more isolated, like you and your partner, then you're teaching them that you are that person. But if you start moving things in the direction of intimacy, then you're teaching them that you're the kind of person that's going to move things in the direction of intimacy. Most of us get friend zoned simply because we act like friends. That's it. It's really that simple. Sometimes we get friend zoned by making a romantic move and they're not receptive, and then they're like, no, let's just be friends. That's a very different thing. Because chances are you're not going to hang out and be friends after that. It's going to be different. When they find a new boyfriend, you're probably not going to hang out. Like, that's how that works. A real friend zoning is like you act like a friend, they treat you like one, done. A one that you can get bitter at and bitch about on Reddit is just you are idealizing, pedestalizing something that doesn't exist in the first place, and you didn't go through the work to figure out if they're qualified or if you're qualified to fit into each other's lives. That's the whole point of that. So check out my video I did for The Attractive Man a couple years ago. Here's a link about putting people on pedestals, and see if you fall into that camp. If you don't fall into that camp, then fuck it. But if you're idealizing something that doesn't exist yet, and you haven't gone through the work to figure out whether they're qualified or compatible with you, then you're just living in a fantasy world, and that's silliness. So you got to make a move, right? You can let, like, if you're a nurturer supporter type, right, you can make them make the move by being enticing or whatever. Like, I'm not saying like you have to lead every interaction, but if you're in a leadership frame, then yeah, then you got to move. You got to show them, you got to act like you're a romantic interest. Otherwise, they're not going to treat you like one, generally. Everybody's got this fantasy that, like, somebody's going to come out of the blue and be like, look, I know virtually nothing about you, but I'm in love with everything that you are, and we can just sweep each other off our feet and never learn how to communicate and disagree and learn each other and our humanness. That's just silliness. The exercise for today is, if you are thinking about someone that you would like to be interested in, you need to make a move towards romance or intimacy. The best way to do that is to move things towards isolation. What I mean by isolation is it's just you and that other person together, instead of going and hanging out them as a group or hanging out in a public space. Wherever you are now with them, get closer to just you and them experiencing each other and hanging out. As you move in that direction, it becomes something more isolated and romantic, and not just friend zony. This guy I was talking to, he's just like, oh, I'm going to invite her out. She's going to come out here. We'll see what happens. I'm like, no, like, invite her out to dinner, or invite her out to go hang out with you to do something. Like, go do something together with her so that you can get to know who she is. That's the whole point. So if you bring her to the bar where everybody's at and she knows everybody and you know everybody, then you're setting yourself in that rut to be that bar person or be the friend person. Like, so move towards isolation. So your homework today is to think about a relationship that you would like to have in that space, somebody you're thinking about, and make a move towards isolation. Simple ways to do that: invite them out somewhere that it's just you and them. We have this little restaurant out here in Malibu where it's like a fish restaurant where they get the catch and then they eat it. They got an outdoor patio and it's heated. So you can just be like, oh God, you can be like, I need scallops in my life right now. I'm going to go to Malibu Seafood. I love this fucking place. You've never been there? Oh, you got to come with me. And you drag them out. And then they can sit with you and enjoy the beach, enjoy the ocean waves, enjoy the heated patio. And then you can talk to them about all the wonderful things that you are and get to know who they are. Move your relationship towards more intimacy, more liking each other for who you actually are as humans, and that will give you much more payoff in the long run. I'm Duke Delaet for what is now called the Intimacy Liberation Army. I was in this workshop today with all of these internet marketing people, and they were like, you have to name your thing, your movement. So, Intimacy Liberation Army, that's what's coming. And if you haven't seen all the challenges, they're there in the playlist. You seen yesterday's videos right there. I do this every damn day. So I will see you tomorrow. Until then, stay awesome.